The recent reveal of Seed and Orpheus has led to a surprising amount of controversy. People who don't like Seed or Orpheus are being labeled as tourists, fake fans, Genshin tards who want to ruin Zenless, stupid, and a bunch of other things. Let me ask you a question. Am I a fake fan? I am a day one player. In fact, I have been here since the announcement trailer from May of 2022. I have made multiple videos singing this game's praises. I defended it from the power creep allegations. I made a 1 year later review talking about how amazing I thought this game was. And I do not like Seed or Orpheus. This outcry against criticism towards Seed and Orpheus does not surprise me. After all, gacha communities have a very big toxic positivity problem. If you convey any form of criticism, regardless of how good or bad it is, you are seen as the enemy and must be silenced or destroyed. Seed and Orpheus were first revealed in the Season 2 teaser, and a lot of people immediately fell in love with the idea of playing as a giant, cool robot. Billy on steroids, but nowhere near as hot. Orpheus looked like a cool, serious military leader. However, it was recently revealed in the version 2.1 main story that Seed was actually a mech suit and the pilot a young girl. Although the mech suit itself is autonomous to some degree and is a male, and supposedly, according to leaks, has a deep voice. But still, the main focus is the young girl, and Orpheus is a clumsy, soft-spoken girl. This has disappointed a lot of people, but why? The main purpose of the Season 2 teaser was to quickly showcase a bunch of different characters and a core trait about them. Alice was timid and easily scared, Yuzuha was mischievous and liked pranking people, and these quick glimpses of character traits were accurate to how they were presented in the version 2.1 story when they officially became playable. Seed was shown as a massive male-looking friendly robot, and a lot of people liked that idea. The official Seed reveal, however, showcased the complete opposite. Once again, the robot itself is a man, but the focus is clearly the girl. Worst of all, her design is incredibly basic. Aside from the blue hair, nothing about her outfit stands out. Not only that, she has a very clear foot fetish aspect to her character. What was once thought of to be a cool robot turned out to be a very basic girl with a very niche fetish. As for Orpheus, she was shown as a serious leader, eyes looking down, cloaked in shadow, then looking up, showing a determined look in their eyes, only to once again be revealed to be the opposite when we officially met her in the story. I won't get too deep into it, but her gameplay showcases just how clumsy she is. She is constantly falling over and getting pulled around by her tail, and reuses some of Bernice's animations, which isn't a problem in and of itself necessarily, but it goes against the impression a lot of people had of her. All of that being said, I do not deny the fact that Orpheus and Seed are most likely going to be really well written, interesting, deep, complex characters. One of the things I've always praised Zenless Zone Zero for is its amazing character writing. Every single character in this game is incredibly deep, well written, and interesting, and I don't deny that Seed and Orpheus are most likely going to continue that trend. It is perfectly valid for people to be upset about Orpheus' personality and gameplay animations. Yes, people created an idea of who she is based on very little information, but that doesn't make it unacceptable for people to be disappointed. Same applies for Seed. It's okay that people wanted him to be a cool robot, only to be upset when the girl was revealed. Let's be honest with ourselves, foot fetish is very niche. Most people don't like feet. Either people are completely neutral or are straight up disgusted by it. So of course a lot of people are not going to like that aspect of her character. And once again, that is okay. It's also okay to not agree with any of these criticisms. If you love Seed and Orpheus, that is fine. After all, these are simply opinions. When people express their disappointment about either of these characters, they are immediately labeled as fake fans, tourists, conservatives, purists, Genshin fanboys that hate and want to destroy Zenless, stupid, and many more negative things. Sure, there are some people that have made really dumb claims. I saw someone call Seed a lolly, which is factually incorrect. Lolly is the Japanese word for little girl, as in child, Seed is not a lolly, but that's just an outlier. Majority of the complaints are about Seed not being a big robot and the foot fetish, which again is perfectly fine. It seems to me that opinions are not allowed with the Zenless community. If you dare criticize the character designs, regardless of how valid or dumb, you will be seen as an enemy by a large portion of the player base, which is very hypocritical. The Zenless community massively, famously criticized the TV system to the point where the developers removed the system. This decision was heavily praised by most of the community. Apparently, being disappointed by gameplay mechanics and voicing that disappointment is okay, but vocalizing character design disappointment is not allowed, which is incredibly dumb but tragically inevitable. The Zenless community has a massive ego problem. Players act like they are better than others simply because they play a game that is, in their opinion, better than Genshin, Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, etc. They think that playing a game with a heavy focus on super fanservice designs somehow makes them superior. A lot of these players seem to believe that fanservice cannot be criticized, that doing so makes you a fake fan. Every time someone shows dissatisfaction towards Seed, I see a wave of people claiming they must be a new player. After all, only a new player that secretly hates Zenless and loves Genshin and wants to destroy this game would dare say something negative. Believe it or not, it is perfectly normal to be a fan of a gacha and not like every single character design. It is also okay to voice your critiques. Anyone that claims they love every single Zenless character design and doesn't have a single piece of criticism is blatantly lying. My biggest disappointment about this entire situation is that it made me realize something I was already suspecting for a long time. Real criticism is not allowed within the Zenless community. I've caught glimpses of this within my previous videos, but also from various other videos and posts from all over the internet. Only surface level complaints or universally hated things like the TV system are allowed to be targeted. More opinionated critiques like character designs are simply not allowed. Disappointing, but not surprised. Anyways, I'ma skip Seed and Orpheus. I was super excited for them back when the season 2 teaser released, but Seed being part girl with an incredibly boring design and foot fetish, which I personally don't like. Seriously, I do not understand how people are attracted to feet. I think feet are revolting. And I wanted Orpheus to be a serious leader that headbutted enemies during combat, but got the complete opposite with reused Bernice animations. Hopefully Isolde becomes playable cause she was a great character with a drop dead gorgeous character design. Also, Minato better be an S rank. My god bro, where is he? Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to more directly support me, become a channel member for just $5 a month. My camera broke recently and I'm trying to save up for a new one, so feel free to help me out. Click the join button next to the subscribe button, but don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button while you're at it. Thank you for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.